Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm pleased to have you here. My name is Shifa, and if you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 things that I find that they are not talked about enough, or that maybe I feel like I'm a late bloomer in a way, because I feel like life or things happen to other people faster than they do to me, or for me to accept even. Anyway, let me not get you confused, but let's dive right into the video. One is living in the moment. Now, I had some introspection a couple of days ago, and I thought to myself, wait, so when I was at university, that was it. That was my university life. And it, I couldn't, in the moment, I remember back then, I thought, well, it's in the future. Maybe I'll get to live that university life they talk about in the future. Meanwhile, time is going. So what I want to encourage you, and what I want to throw more light on, is for you to live in the moment. I'm not saying this YOLO. No, I'm not talking about the YOLO. No, that's dangerous, because that we're not even planning for the future at all. But live in the moment. I cannot stress that enough, because let me just give an example, or let me try to break it down exactly what I mean. I don't remember the title of the book that I read, but he went on to explain that your present right now was your future at some point, and it is going to be your past at some point. So you're better off living in the moment, in the present. Like, let the experience you're having right now, let it go through you, let it, I don't know, sip it in. I'm not even sure what I want to tell you, but just, or how I can tell you to just live in the moment. It doesn't mean that all your problems are resolved. No, your problems will still be there and you'll come back to them. It doesn't mean that your situation is going to be that way and it's going to be for life. No, but just, if it's a happy moment, leave it like it's your last, maybe. Because me, when I got to reflect on my university days, I was like, okay, so why didn't I do this? And in the book, I don't remember the title, maybe I'll write it somewhere on the screen, but they went on to explain that we don't regret what we did, but we regret what we did not do. So with that said, live in the moment. I'm not talking about YOLO. No, I'm talking about just take in that moment, be in the present, be conscious of what is happening right now, and get to decide, make a choice, let it happen to you. Choose to be there, choose to enjoy it, embrace it, but still know that if it's a bad situation, it's not going to be that forever. So yeah, I think I've stressed that enough. So the other second one is gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Like, I can't tell you how that has transformed my life, even for the little things. I used to be, I'll give you an example. I used to be the type, not even long ago, by the way, but I hated chores. I hated coming from, let's say, abroad, and being able, to wash using a washing machine. Like, someone cleans after you. You don't have to literally lift a finger, except to go to work and maybe cook a few meals which you refrigerate. You don't have to prepare an entire meal from scratch. So number 2 is be grateful. So right now I am grateful for even cleaning the floors, cleaning my floors, cleaning the kitchen sink, cleaning and yet I find that this gratitude that I'm talking about, it is an antidote to when you feel like, why do I get to do this? Why, like, if you don't feel like doing something, when you look inside and say, okay, there are people who don't actually have this opportunity, or this, I'm not trying to glamorize I hope I don't come off as though I'm glamorizing, let's say, being a housewife or being someone who does chores. I'm not glamorizing it, but I'm trying to say while you're in that season, try to find, be grateful, first of all. Like, be grateful that you get to do that because it's not going to be for life. You're not going to clean floors. Probably God will bless you, and then you have, this stylish or not stylish. Don't come for me in the comments, but I'm saying maybe you'll have a robot vacuum cleaner. So in the moment, mop and be grateful that you get to do that. And so that is the example that I can remember, and it changed a lot. So when I even go to actually clean the floors or actually clean the kitchen, I'm not grumpy. So what I'm trying to say is, don't do things and then, especially for your loved ones, and then be grumpy about it. Get to do that chore, get to serve maybe your partner, maybe your kids, without being grumpy. Like, be grateful that you're doing that because there are other people. Okay, I don't want to say. I think I'm coming off as though anyway, let's take a pause. So what I'm trying to say is, be grateful. That's it. I'm not going to say because there are other people who cannot or don't have that, but just be grateful. Find the um, littlest of gratitude in whatever hardship you are in, or in whatever, because for me it was chores. I really hated doing them. I'm like, okay. Even at one point I was like, okay, let me get something, and then maybe I won't be able to do chores. So be grateful, be grateful, be grateful. Say that 3 times. So I know three is a charm. Give yourself permission to, you can feel that in for yourself. So for me, I gave myself permission to um, be free, like, be free of guilt. Because as a mother, you have mom. You can even tell me in the comments if you've had that moment where you feel like, okay, I feel guilty. My child is like this. I feel guilty because, my child doesn't have this. So I gave myself permission to be free of that because I know in the moment I'm doing my best that I can to care for my kids, or to, be present, whatever that may look like for you. So I am going to fill in the dots, the thing that you feel, because I realized as I was doing some reflection, I used to feel guilty because I used to feel that mom guilt. Even like when maybe my kid falls down, I'm like, okay, why wasn't I there? But there are kids that are going to fall down. There are kids that are going to have accidents. So be free of that mom guilt, and just be free of that, whatever. Free yourself from dash dash dash, that thing that is holding you back. So I've given myself the permission to shine, to not, I've given myself permission to not care or give an F about what people may think. Because let me tell you, I think it was also in another book where they said 90% of the time people are not even bothered about you. You just, they're just having an illusion that people are actually looking at you and maybe saying certain things about you. So I'm not bothered about that anymore, and I honestly and genuinely feel at the bottom of my heart that I'm not bothered by that. I just accepted that it is going to happen, even when I'm doing good or I'm doing bad. It is going to happen. The people who are going to be parallel to your goals, to your mission, and you don't have a common goal. You cannot, you know, have the same value. So it's okay, and I've accepted that. I think it also goes hand in hand with accepting things that you can't change, and let them be and be okay with them. So as you're giving permission to yourself, dash dash dash, also recognize the things that you cannot change, or the things that out of your hands, you know. I've also given myself the permission to feel freely without judgment. Like if I have something, if I can't get a clear example for this, but if I'm feeling something and there is a voice in my head trying to judge, I literally turn it down, because or tune it down, sorry, because it doesn't serve me. Judging myself does not serve me. By the way, we are our own critics, so greatest critics, that is. So do not, if you feel that voice coming on with judgment, because with judgment you blur everything. You cannot think straight. You cannot think through the emotions and be like, okay, why am I feeling this? Okay, this emotion is here. So what exactly is it here to serve? Like how should I go about this? So with judgment, then you become clouded, and you cannot get your way throughout out of a situation. So give yourself that permission to feel without judgment. Yeah. The last one is a bonus. So there is something about waking up in the morning and taking a cold shower. So this actually, I feel like it's going to be one of those things that I pass down to my kids and their kids, because I have a 5-month-old, but we wake up and get into the bathing routine or showering routine, and she's literally quiet. But that is something I was able to see that. Um, I was able to see how that came about, because in the beginning, of course, she used to scream. So there's something about a cold shower in the morning whereby you get up, shower, it just sets you for a better day, I guess, and also waking up at least an hour early was earlier than everyone in the house. I think this used to be a routine I had back then, but then life got in the way. But now I'm back on that wagon. So a bonus tip is get up earlier than everyone in the house, and then have that cold shower. I don't normally have it right there and then, but I must have a cold shower in the morning, whether it is after feeding the kids or doing some chores around. I have to have that morning shower. And it also depends. I won't say that I'll do it consecutively every day, consistently every day. The times that I'm like, okay, no, not today, but I testify to the days that I have a cold shower that it's different. It's totally different. Yeah. So yes, guys, let me know down in the comments below what has worked for you, or what is working for you in the season that you're in. Which lessons are you learning? What is your take on my lessons, that, or rather, are they called lessons anyway, or the tips that I've shared? Have you found, do you resonate with any of them? Let me know down. And until next time, please go down and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell notification button such that you're alerted whenever I post. And by the way, now I'm on TikTok, so you can go ahead and follow me. My account is Daily Briefs. I'll leave it down below or in the description box. And yeah, let's do this life together. Bye.